afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist A's weather forecast here, and welcome back to the update, guys. It is Saturday, so it is the weekend for me. For those people who are wondering why I'm posting so early when I should be in school, but again, Saturday and Sunday are my weekends, and then Monday I go back to school, guys. So I'm going to be taking advantage of the weekend and posting like I used to in the summer break. So, guys, as you can tell, we're going to be doing another upload on the heat, the dangerous heat here for parts of the south central and southeast here, and it will be spreading. I know I did a video on it yesterday, guys, but we need to still post a couple more videos on this because it is getting worse and worse every single day. It is spreading to the west and to the north every day. So we have these heat advisories are spreading. We have excessive heat watches. It's getting a lot worse, and I just need people to get updated as much as they can. So expect maybe 2 or 3 more videos on the heat, and then I'll be doing other related videos like this. Alright, guys, be sure to like the video so it lets me know you guys like more videos like these. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new and you like daily updates, guys. We're getting very close to 1,500, guys. We're doing it so fast. Can't even believe we've gone through the 1,300 so fast, and we're going through 1,400 so fast. I can't even I don't know how to thank you guys. And yeah, so if you guys want to know about the heat, stay tuned. So as you guys can tell, we are going to be looking at the National Weather Service because we have heat advisories and a new addition, excessive heat watches. So again, it is getting worse every day. We did not have any excessive heat watches yesterday, but now we do, and I won't be surprised if we actually have some excessive heat warnings start to come in here. As you can tell, the heat advisories did spread a lot more compared to last time I uploaded on this yesterday. Boy, oh boy, did it get a lot worse. And again, guys, this heat waves will be moving rapidly to the north and to the west here. So we'll see a lot more heat advisories coming over here. This will be a very, very big heat wave. I really think this might. I think this might be the last major heat wave this year. I know it's the center of summer right now, but again, I think this will be like the last major one. We'll see multiple heat waves. I just don't think we'll see them as bad as this. As you can tell, guys, we do have these heat advisories moving up now. So yesterday, the line was right here for heat advisories. As you can tell, now we have heat advisories for southern parts of Kansas, for parts of Missouri. We do have a lot more becoming widespread for now central Texas here. We have a lot of northern and central Florida with heat advisories, and southern Georgia there, so we have a lot more there. We are seeing some heat advisories become a bit more widespread for central Georgia, so if you're in Macon here, you can expect some of that. And again, it's going to be moving a lot more to the north here. We have special weather statements for parts of Illinois, Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, and northern Mississippi for the heat. Again, these areas will very soon have heat advisories. It's a little farther out when they get the heat compared to the cities here. So it might be 2 or 3 days until they get the heat. Within the next day or so, they should have them. And look, guys, here we have the excessive here. We have the excessive heat watches right here for Arkansas, Tennessee, and Mississippi, and also for Arkansas. It is like right on the Mississippi River, so if you're in there, you can expect some excessive heat watches here. And then we have flash flood watches in effect in the green, and also here for New York, and we have a lot of red flag warnings out here. So now that we looked at the National Weather Service, we're going to be taking a very quick look at the radar here. With the European model here on weather models. So we're going to be taking a quick look right here. Again, this has a lot to do with the heat advisory. I just want to go through this really quick because just for those people who want to know, because this again is a U.S. forecast, so I might include this. So by tomorrow, we should be seeing some rain showers coming in the southeast. So that'll be great with this with the heat. It would be great to having some rain. And especially for like Florida and the Panhandle, that's where they're really getting the heat there. So we'll have some light rain. Won't be incredibly heavy, not that I know of yet. And then we'll have this monsoon rain, bringing some rain for Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and parts of the Central Plains. The only area that won't get a lot of rain is like the South Central right here, which kind of sucks because they're getting one of the worst part of the heat here. And then we're having some more rain for the Northwest, so that's where we will have the flash flood watches. by the 12th of August, which is Monday, we will be having some severe weather threats out here for the northern plains here, and then again some flash flood issues here for Florida. That's actually where we actually might have a system here that can bring in some tropical threats. I'll be posting on that later this week here. And then by the 14th, we should have a good amount of rain for the East Coast here. And then by the 14th, the heat will be very widespread, and we'll be looking at the temperature anomaly here, and it can bring in a lot of rain for the 15th and 16th of August for the southeast here. And then it could actually be very, very rainy next 2 weeks for parts of the southeast, which is not too bad, honestly. They could use the rain, or we could use the rain. Now we're going to be looking at the 8 to 14 day outlook. The 6 to 10 day outlook, sorry. So again, this is an average for the next 6 to 10 day outlooks. It will not be like this every day, but according to this, it's going to be like this on average for the next 6 to 10 days. As you can tell, we'll have some cold air for the for the Pacific Northwest here, and some cold air for part of the New England area. So it's basically the northern tips of the country here that will be seeing this cold air. And then again, this heat will get a lot more widespread. You can tell within the next 10 days, look how widespread this could be. That's what I'm saying, guys. The heat is going to be moving to the west and to the north. So parts of the Midwest, you will get another heat wave here. And then we will have slightly above average temperatures in the southeast. It actually looked a lot worse compared to 2 days ago. It actually looked incredibly hot for the southeast, but now you're barely not going to feel the heat. As you can tell, it's the first shade, which is not really a whole big problem. The problem is that if you're in this area right here, this is exactly where you're going to have some heat problems here. Make sure you guys are hydrated. Honestly, if you really don't have to go outside, if you don't have to, and it's like 90s, upper 90s, just don't. It's not worth risking you getting sick or a heat stroke, guys. This heat's very dangerous. No matter if you live in Texas and you're used to it, it's still different every time, and your body never gets used to the triple digits. It just doesn't. Your body is not meant to deal with this weather conditions. So stay safe out here. Again, that's why I'm going to be forecasting this so you guys can stay safe. And then we'll have the worst of it right here in New Mexico. Let me draw. If you are in this area, you are in the worst of the heat for the next 6 to 10 day outlook. So if you guys need to get water now, go ahead and get it now. It's the best time. If you want to have some plans, go ahead and do it now before the heat gets worse in the next couple days. Now in the next 8 to 14 day outlook, we'll be seeing some cooler weather out here for parts of the Northwest there. Again, it will get it won't be as cold as the next 6 to 10 day outlook. But it will be still cool, but not incredibly cold like this week will be. As you can tell, this heat will will stay here in the Southwest, but it will start to spread to the east again, and that will bring in some harsh conditions out here for the Ohio Valley and Northeast here. And then we'll have that ridge start to come in like this, dip down like this, like that. It will dip down, keeping these cooler conditions, staying away from the heat. And that'll be pushing the heat. This ridge will be pushing the heat to move slightly to the east, and that's why we'll have these warmer conditions for the East Coast. Again, still in the southeast, you will only have slightly above average. So it's great for me if you live in Mississippi, the southeast there. You'll be great if you're in the first shade because you're surrounded by you're surrounded by the third shade of orange, but you're not in it. So it's actually great, but it's also not super good because then you're basically the lucky one, and basically, yeah. And then we'll be seeing the worst of it still in the southwest here, but it's actually great though, because we'll be seeing a lot of rain in these areas with the monsoon, so it won't be warm and dry. It'll be kind of warm and somewhat wet, but again, the worst of it will be in the New Mexico area. It's actually a very, very small area where we can see the worst of it. We can see obviously up to 8 degrees above average. And then it actually went from possibly a cold August, now basically looks like a warm August, so that's how fast it can change here. So today we'll be seeing these cooler conditions out here. Let me get this epic pen here to work. So we'll be seeing these cooler conditions out here for parts of the Ohio Valley in the Northeast. Again, not really a huge difference, only about 4 to 5 degrees below average. And then we had this heat starting to get a lot worse now. As you can tell, we won't really have this huge heat wave for the southeast. It's going to be more over here for the plains again, and that's what we'll barely have the heat wave for the southeast. That's why we're basically slightly above average. Won't really see anything above 4 degrees here for the southeast. But if you live in the south central of the plains, that's going to be opposite. In Utah and parts of Colorado, you can expect possibly up to 6 degrees above average or more. As we go, as in tomorrow, again, guys, we will still have cold fronts coming in. You guys need to understand that. I'm not saying it's going to be warm for most of the country. I'm saying we're going to have a heat wave that could affect a lot of the country, but we're still going to have cold waves coming in. We're going to have a lot of cold air for the northeast and for parts of the northern plains and the west coast here. And again, this week, we won't expect, or basically, until basically Wednesday, we won't really see this heat become widespread. It's going to stay in the south central for a long time. It won't become widespread until like the 12th or the 14th there. But the 12th, it does get a bit more widespread. We are going to have these above average temperatures for Wisconsin. And look at this Utah, or sorry, not Utah, Oklahoma, Texas, and Kansas. We'll be seeing possibly 12 degrees above average. And then it could actually get a bit, oops guys, I did not mean to go that far out there. I apologize, I actually went a bit farther out than I thought. So let me go to the 14th of August here. We will have this cold front start to dip down here. That will bring in some nice conditions for the Midwest. Again, guys, it won't be like the heat wave we saw 2 weeks ago where it was bringing triple digits for Wisconsin. It won't be widespread. It won't be lasting like 2 weeks. We'll have be like very warm for Wisconsin for like 2 days, and then another cold front, and then it'll come back in the heat wave. But by the 14th of August, it should bring in some above average temperature for the East Coast here, and miserable conditions for southern Texas. Still going to be about 8 to 12 degrees above average, and their average are still very hot. As we go on to the next couple of days, by the 16th of July, the 16th of August, this is when it starts to get a bit concerning here. This is when the heat wave will start to get a lot more powerful, start to become more widespread. It won't let these cold fronts affect it. As you can tell, when cold fronts come, it actually makes it even worse. By the 17th of August, it's bringing incredibly warm conditions for the Midwest. They're 12 degrees above average there, possibly 16 degrees above average. And look at this. Look what these conditions are going to bring here for the country. We'll have another cold front. And by the 20th of July, we should have normal conditions start to come back. We will be seeing the cold air coming in for parts of the east part of the country here. And we'll have these miserable conditions for the west coast again. So you better enjoy that cold air while it lasts if you're in the Midwest. And then we should have normal conditions by the 22nd of July. We should have the cold here and then the warm here. It's looking by the end of August, like the last week of August, normal conditions should come back. Again, guys, this is a very rare what we're seeing right now. Very rare conditions to see this and this. And also this. It's very rare to see this, especially. It's going to be rare to see that. We're seeing also possibly 15 degrees below average for Northern California and Oregon. As we go on to the 12th of August here, we'll be seeing still incredibly cold conditions, 6 to 7 degrees below average. And look at this. Look at the plains right here, guys. We'll be seeing possibly 8 degrees to 9 degrees above average. So it's going to be opposite conditions here. We're going to have this ridge be like this. It's going to dip down like this, guys. That's going to keep these cold conditions here, possibly 8 degrees below average. And then look at this, going to keep this warm air to start to dip down to the south. So if you're in the mid-Atlantic, by the 14th or 16th of August, you'll be seeing incredibly warm conditions. We'll have another cold front coming in by the 16th of August to bring in some very cold conditions for Idaho, and then very, very warm conditions for parts of South Dakota. You could see possibly 14 degrees above average in part of South Dakota there, and parts of Minnesota. And look at this, guys. By the end of by the 18th of August, we're going to have incredibly warm air for Canada, and we'll have another cold front coming in through Canada to potentially affect the United States to bring in some normal conditions. But again, guys, look at this incredibly color. You really don't want to see these colors when if you want cold. Like, it's going to become very, very widespread by the 20th of August, this heat. And now we're quickly going to be looking at the real-time temperatures. This might take maybe 2 or 3 minutes here, but we're going to be seeing some triple digits out here for Texas here. We're just going to be going through this quickly. I really don't want to make this video too long. As we go on to the week, these temperatures will be getting worse and worse for the West Coast. We're going to have these triple digits. If you want to pause the video and see exactly what you'll be seeing in your area temperature-wise, by the 18th of August here, we'll be seeing 103 or 100 for Oklahoma and Texas, and 104 in the Death Valley area. But as we go on into the next couple of days, the warmest conditions will be in the southwest again. We'll have these normal conditions. Actually, not only normal, but actually above average. We will be seeing the normal conditions. Like, it's used to seeing the triple digits, but not this hot. We'll be seeing, guys, possibly 117 degrees in southwest California, guys. It's going to be incredibly warm here. And again, it will be seeing some very warm conditions, guys. Again, I apologize if I went through the temperatures really fast. Did not want to make this video really long. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and bye, guys. I guess I'll be doing a live stream at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to stay tuned for that, make sure to have notifications on. Bye, guys.